What is up, guys? My name is Augustine from DFO, also known as Debatable Football Opinions on Instagram, and we're back doing something that we haven't done in a long time. We're making a tier list. This time we're going to be making a tier list of youngsters in the world of football. Everyone from 23 years old and below. So that means if you're 23, you're here. So Mbappe is here, a couple of other 23, I think Koundé is also 23, and so on and so on. So I try to choose about 50 players, 50 youngsters, and I'm going to be ranking them in 5 different categories. There's generational, world-class talent, good, average, and then meh. None of these players are bad youngsters. They're not bad talents. Otherwise, they wouldn't really be here. A couple things I gotta say before we start is, yes, I do got a giveaway coming up, but let's just talk about this for a second. I tried to include some of the best youngsters in the world, but I chose most of these from the top of my head. So if I missed any big ones, I'm sorry. And also, I don't want to see any comments in the comment section going like, hey, where's my youngster that plays in the 3rd division of the German league or some bullshit? Because if they fucking play in the 3rd division of German football, that's why they're not here, okay? We only chose mostly the best of the best, okay? And I'm going to be ranking them from, you know, generational to meh. But I guess before we start the video, I am going to talk about the giveaway that you guys are waiting for. So let's go, little segue into that. Alright, so some of you guys already know this, but I had a pretty lucky summer where I met a lot of Juve stars while they were on preseason. I was lucky enough to get my own jersey signed, but I also got you guys a jersey signed by none other than Juan Cuadrado. If you want to enter the giveaway, all you gotta do is 1, subscribe to the channel, and 2, comment in this video. Whatever comment you want. The winner will be announced Monday the 3rd. Good luck. Alright, now that we got that done, let's just go about this whole thing. We got like almost 50 youngsters now. And then I guess I'm just gonna go starting from the top. We got Mbappe. Some of these youngsters I have a lot to say about, some of them I don't, so I could spend 2 to 3 minutes talking about, for example, Mbappe, and then Ferran Torres, I won't even say anything, I'll just go like that. Anyways, Mbappe goes first. Mbappe is generational. There's no way around it. In fact, since we're in the topic of generational, I'm going to put Haaland up here. I think Mbappe and Haaland are, for now, the only 2 generational players in world football when it comes to, like, youngsters. There's a couple that are very, very close, but they're not quite there yet. There's a few here that I considered generational maybe a few seasons ago, and then they kind of fell off. Looking at you, buddy. But for now, these are the only 2 generational players, I think. Maybe once I go through this whole thing, we'll get one more. But for now, it's Haaland and Mbappe. By the way, if I have someone on the left-hand side, that means they're better than whoever's on the right-hand side. So if I put this like this, Mbappe is better than Haaland. But if I put it like this, I think Haaland is better than Mbappe. And Haaland, I'm sorry, but Mbappe, I think, is a more complete footballer. He can do a lot more things than Haaland can. I think Haaland's just a better goal scorer, especially since he's moved to City. We've seen that completely. But Mbappe can do a lot more, even though he's a little bit of a spoiled prick. But moving on to someone who's not generational, who's not a world-class talent, and who has really fallen off ever since he's gone to Barca. I don't know what's up with him being in front of goal. He just doesn't convert as much. His hype kind of fell off. Not that it was ever that high, but he was a decent player at one point. I would have said he was good. I'm going to put him in average. Again, average doesn't mean he's bad. I mean, none of these are going to be bad. May is not even bad. May is kind of like, there's no hype around you. You don't really show a high level. You know, whatever. But I don't consider any of these players bad, I don't think. Maybe. Oh, actually, shit, I do. I'm looking at one right now. But moving on, Ferran Torres is average. Hopefully he shuts me up in the future. Talking about players who fell off, I haven't heard of this guy in a while. Alphonso Davies at one point was a world-class talent. I think nowadays he's more on the good part of things. Yeah, I'm gonna put him right there. We'll see. Once I start putting more players, we'll kind of arrange things to our liking. But Alphonso Davies, if you make me choose between these 5 tiers, I'm going to put him in good. Anthony has been killing it in Eredivisie, and yes, I got these pictures a while back. This is why he still has an Ajax jersey. He's been good at United. He's been adding a lot of skill and fluidity right there. I don't know if he's a world-class talent. I think he's going to be good. Ahead of Alphonso Davies, yeah, sure. It's tough to tell because, I mean, a couple of years ago, I would have put Alphonso Davies like in world-class talent. Now he's good. Anthony is better than him at the moment. And I guess I'm putting these people here like in terms of level, but also potential and what they've already accomplished. So yeah, I think I'm going to keep it like that. Bellingham is a very weird one to rate because I don't watch a lot of Bundesliga, but I know he kills it in England and in Dortmund. He's pretty decent. And it looks like he's going to go to Madrid soon. He's a world-class talent. He's a world-class talent. There's no way around that. But I think he's going to be one of the worst World-class talent, again, not that that's bad or anything, it's just there's a few other world-class talents here that are gonna be ahead of Bellingham. But he's gonna be a world-class talent. Alright, who do we have next? Camavinga. Oof, Camavinga is a world-class talent. He's ahead of Bellingham for sure. He's ahead of everybody behind him. He's proving his worth. I mean, if you're in Real Madrid, in the midfield of Real Madrid as well, like, you're proving yourself. Like, you've already proven yourself, and he can only go up from now. He is a world-class talent, no way around it. Alright, moving on. Pulisic, how old is he? 23? He barely made the list, huh? Pulisic, I'm gonna put him in the average. I would 100% rather have Ferran Torres than Pulisic. Pulisic just gets a lot of hype on this side of the world by Americans. I'm not American, so then the bias doesn't affect me. But I know I have a few American viewers who are gonna be really pissed off about this. But I think most of them are kind of like realistic, so they'll understand that he belongs to average. Moving on, Curtis Jones. Alright, okay, let me just say this. There's a few players in here. How do I say this? Premier League fans, if you're a fan of the top 6, you're always looking for these youngsters, and you're always overhyping these youngsters, so you can say that you have better youngsters in your team than, like, I don't know, your rivals. So there's some Chelsea fans who are like, hey, look at this youngster that just came from our academy. He's one of the best youngsters in the world, where he maybe had one fucking game. Liverpool fans have done that with Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones, don't get me wrong, he's good. He's good to some extent. But again, there's a few players here talking about you, buddy, right here. Anyways, the point is, every team, if you're a fan of a team and a youngster comes from your academy, you're gonna overhype that youngster because it just feels good to say, hey, look at this guy breaking into our first team. He's fucking great. He came from our academy. Makes you look good, makes your team look good. But then that's where the overhyping comes from. I mean, heck, there is maybe a player here from my team that came from my academy that maybe I overhype. Gonna put you right here to talk about you soon. Curtis Jones and Gilmore, since we got him next, are two of those players. Curtis Jones is better than Gilmore. He has more minutes at the top level. He has done more than Gilmore. I haven't seen much of Gilmore in a while, actually. I don't even know what he's been up to. But I'm going to put Curtis Jones. I know I said he was good, but I'm going to put him in average. Because I still take Ferran Torres ahead of Curtis Jones. And Gilmore has to go with meh. Or not meh, sorry. He has to go in front of... He has to go behind Pulisic. I mean, it's kind of not fair because I know Gilmore's like maybe 19 and Pulisic is 23. It's a little bit weird, but Pulisic has done more than enough in his career to fucking put himself ahead of Gilmore. So there we go. Alright, talking about the next player that I think I overhype. I love Miretti, and he shines in our dead midfield. I mean, you could put any decent midfielder in our midfield, in our Juventus midfield, and of course he's gonna shine. But Miretti has decent qualities to make him stand out in our dead midfield. He's good. Fuck. Now it's when I'm biased and I need to put him ahead of Gilmore and ahead of Curtis Jones, and people are gonna hate me for that. But if I have Ferran Torres, who's not that bad, if I have him there, I have to put Miretti in average as well. So what I'm gonna do is, now that I think about it, I'm gonna put Ferran Torres at good, and I'm gonna put Miretti at good. Hold up, I'm thinking about this. Yeah. Again, nothing that I say here is final. I'm going to be switching them around here and there. I think it looks good like that. For now, at least. Okay? I really like Miretti, and he never gets enough credit. I mean, I think I polled them against Xavi and Miretti. I polled it in my Instagram story, and Xavi won by like 90%. And yeah, maybe Xavi's better, but by 90%, are you kidding me? Alright, moving on to the leaked. This is a player that I have a heart relationship with because he joined us, but he joined us at the worst stage. And now he's gone. He plays for Bayern, and he's been doing pretty good. But at one point, I had him in generational. I think he fell off, but that's mostly our fault. We did not develop him the best that we could. So I'm going to put him world-class talent ahead of Camavinga for sure. Ahead of Bellingham, yes, for sure. Declan Rice is overhyped, overpriced, and over everything. But I still think he's good. If I call a player overrated, it doesn't mean he's bad. I just feel like people rate him higher than he deserves to be rated. So, he's good. Definitely better than Miretti. Definitely better than Alphonso Davies, Anthony, possibly Anthony. It's tough to compare. I mean, how the fuck do you compare a midfielder to a right winger? But I think it's tough to compare, but it's not impossible. So I'm going to... Hold up, because I got a problem here. Is Declan Rice better than Bellingham? In terms of level, yeah. I would hella rather have Declan Rice than Bellingham. In terms of talent and potential, Bellingham's better. But what am I doing here? Am I rating people based on potential or level? I want to do a mix of both, not entirely one or the other. This makes, oh my god, just became hard. This is what I get for not thinking about this before starting. Like, I have not thought about where I'm going to put any of these youngsters. I'm going to put, let's see, trust my gut. Close my eyes, trust my gut, don't even think about it too much. There, no, right there. Declan Rice belongs with Bellingham. But this is world-class talent, not world-class level. What the fuck, dude? I'm so confused. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. Declan Rice is one of the best goods. Bellingham is one of the worst world-class talents. But still, that means I rate Bellingham better than Declan Rice? That makes no sense. Oh my god. This trips me the fuck out. Guys, I don't think Declan Rice is the world-class talent. I mean, he's hardly a talent anymore. He's 23. But I think Declan Rice is better than Bellingham. So what the fuck do I do? But fuck it, I'll do that. I'll do that. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Bellingham's still 19. He's still got a lot to prove. He's a lot of hype nowadays. Not that he hasn't been like doing anything, but he's more hype than he is actual level. So this took me a while, but I think I'm gonna keep it like that. This was very tough. All right, this Mexican guy, Linus. Most of you guys don't probably don't even know him. I put him here because he's a youngster that I used to watch every Saturday where I used to work. They would put Mexican games from Liga MX, and he earned a move to Betis. And ever since then, he's been, like this says, pretty meh. So he becomes the first player that is in the meh category. I thought he was going to do a lot more. Not that I watch Betis like religiously or anything, but he didn't live up to his potential. At least not yet, because I'm sure he's still very young. I think he's only 22. All right, Donnarumma next. This is another player that I had at Generational maybe a few years ago whenever he was 21. Now he's pushing 23 or 24. I'm not even sure you should be here, buddy, but I think he's a world-class talent. I think he's better than the league. He actually just had a great game against England, where he did like a triple save, and he looked like it was the old Donnarumma. He hasn't had it easy ever since he moved to PSG, but he's still a world-class talent nonetheless. So you belong right there at the top of world-class talent. Next up, another player that I feel is slightly overrated by Liverpool fans. So you go exactly where Curtis Jones goes, right here. Yeah, Elliot just hasn't done much. He's another player that is a lot of hype rather than what is done. I mean, that's okay. If I say you haven't achieved much, that's okay, because some of these players are like 17, 18, 19. I don't expect you to pull up man of the match performances week in and week out when you're 19 years old, okay? This is not, we're not talking about Messi here. We're talking about fucking Elliot, Curtis Jones, Gilmore. They're in this list because of the hype. They're in this list because they've proved that they can be something in the future. But I don't like average and May are not bad. Otherwise, I would have a bad tier. But for now, they're average. They're average talents. Like they're, you know, they're up there, but not world-class talents, not generational, not good or great talents, you know? So this is good. I don't want any fucking Liverpool fans to jump in my comment section and try to rate me and give me a new ass because I put your talent in average, okay? Anyways, moving on. Man. Ricky Puig. The downfall, buddy. The downfall. He's now playing in LA Galaxy, even though he's 22 years old. He made a move to MLS, and he's been good there. It's two Barca managers who didn't want him in the team so far, which is very weird because 2 years ago he was the Pedri, the Xavi of 2 to 3 years ago, and now he's at LA Galaxy. I mean, at one point he was great. He might have even been at the very end of world-class talent. Now he's not. I mean, I'm gonna put him at like average, but one of the best averages. Like I would hella rather have Miretti than Ricky Puig. I hope he develops well and he comes back to Europe ASAP, okay? But I also hope that I get his signature, his autograph whenever Houston Dynamo play LA Galaxy soon. That's one thing that I'm going to aim for. Moving on, Elanga. Elanga's average. No, actually, he's good. He's ahead of Miretti. Yeah, Elanga is better than Miretti. Right there, seems good. Eddie Garcia, still with the Man City jersey. All right, he was decent for Man City. He earned a move to Barca. He kind of sucked as soon as he joined, but now he's been doing good ever since the season started, 2023. Is he also good? I mean, now it's weird because now he's good, but I can't rate this player's entire career based on the last few performances. I would rather have Miretti than I rather have Eddie Garcia, or not. Yeah, I think Eddie Garcia is better than Miretti. There's gonna be a lot of good, so I'm gonna try to change that. Okay, Ansu Fati. I don't care what Barca fans say. You can't label this guy generational with all the injuries he's having. No, he's a world-class talent, but he's He's below Donnarumma, he's below De Ligt, and he's above Camavinga though. It's very weird because Camavinga's 22, I think. Ansu Fati, I think he's still a teenager actually. I think he's still 19. So it's very weird, but I think he's more talented than Camavinga is, and he has a higher ceiling. They're both still unbelievable and really, really good. Joao Felix, he's yet to live up to his potential and his price tag. He's good though, don't get me wrong. He's one of the greatest pieces in this Atletico Madrid. He's good. He's better than Bellingham. Not better than Declan Rice at what they each do. I think he's better than Bellingham. I would rather have Joao Felix than Anthony. Ferran Torres for sure. Ferran Torres needs to go down a few notches. Maybe I'll put him there for now. Yeah. But yeah, Joao Felix belongs right there. I feel like that's a good place. Phil Foden. Ooh, this is a... The more players that I put on the list, the harder it becomes to rate them. I don't think he's a world-class talent. I think he owes a lot of his success to the team he's playing under and to the manager that he's playing under. Not that he hasn't worked his way to make it to that team. Obviously, he used to play for that academy, and now he's up there for a reason. I don't think he's a world-class talent, though. He's one of the best goods. I would rather have Declan Rice, I think. Or not. I mean, I would definitely rather have Phil Foden than Joao Felix. But also, part of the reason why Joao Felix is not ahead is because he plays for Atletico Madrid, and they play terrorism football. Foden and Joao Felix are pretty tied up for me. That's actually a great poll. I'm going to poll it right now. Alright, moving on. Martinelli. Martinelli's good. He's better than Miretti. That's the way I'm looking at things now. He's better than Ferran Torres. He's probably better than Elanga. I still would rather have Anthony, Bellingham, Alphonso Davies ahead of Martinelli. So I'm going to put him right there. It looks like right there is good for now. Xavi. Xavi is good. But who's better, Bellingham or Xavi? Because I feel like he belongs like somewhere right around here. In front of Bellingham, behind Bellingham. This is very tough. This is very tough. I think Bellingham's better than Xavi. We're going to get to Pedri eventually. And Pedri's definitely better than Bellingham. But Xavi still one below. But I'd rather have Anthony than Xavi actually. So we're going to do this. Damn, Xavi got pushed back. But that's okay. Scamacca. Killed at Sassuolo. I haven't seen much of him at West Ham. Scamacca is good. He's better than Miretti. He's better than Eric Garcia. Better than Ferran Torres. Actually in between Ferran Torres. Like, I'm going to put him below. Yeah, there he goes. Alright, Greenwood. Why is he here? I don't know. I made this list weeks ago. I don't know why I thought it would be funny to include him. Not that abuse is funny. Not that... Whatever. I'm gonna get cancelled. I'm gonna put him in meh for obvious reasons. Hakimi is next, and he's one of those players that I don't think gets the credit that he deserves. He's a world-class talent for sure. I think he's better than De Ligt. Yep. Easy as that. I didn't even have to think about it. He's better than De Ligt. He's right below Donnarumma. They're about the same age, too. I think they're both 23 or... Yeah, I think so. But Hakimi does not get the credit. I mean, Hakimi plays like he's an experienced, like, 27, 28-year-old, and I don't hear any praise from him. The only time I hear praise is whenever he scores, and that makes no sense because he's a wing back. Yeah, world-class talent for sure. Ahead of Ansu Fati? Yes. Yes, based on the level, not the potential. But based on what he's already accomplished. He was great at Inter. Really good at Inter. One of the crucial pieces. Moving on. Havertz. Havertz is good. He's better than Miretti. He's better than Eric Garcia. Probably better than Scamacca in his day. Ferran Torres or Havertz? I mean, I think he's had a big downfall recently. Like, you don't hear of Havertz. At the end of the day, I gotta give him credit. He scored in the Champions League final, so that surely has to put him up ahead of Martinelli, right? Rating all these PL youngsters is super tough. Because I feel like I'm gonna get death threats as soon as I put a youngster in the meh category. Havertz is good. He might be ass now, or he might be bad now, but, you know, I'm rating his career overall and how talented he is and his potential. I still rather have Xavi or Alphonso Davies. Alright, Tchouaméni is next, and he's a world-class talent. No way around that. He's below Camavinga, though, so I'm going to put him below. Dest is a meh player. He only showed glimpses of how good he could be. I'm going to put him ahead of Linus. Or should he be in meh? Or, I mean, average. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I can't have Dest in meh and have Gilmore in average. So, I'm going to put Gilmore back here. Dest is going to be ahead of him. There you go. That looks a little bit better. Koundé. It's hard to say if he's a world-class talent because he's 23 and this is like his last season was his breakthrough season. It earned him a move to Barca. He's great. I think he's gonna be at the top of good, like just below world-class talent, but not exactly there. All right, Julian Alvarez. This is where my Argentinian bias comes through. What the fuck is this guy, George? I don't even know why we bought him. We never play him. I'm gonna put him right there. All right, moving on. Julian Alvarez. Going back to him. He's good. I'd rather have Julian Alvarez than rather have like Xavi. But I'd rather have Anthony than Julian Alvarez, I think. I don't know, he's such a great striker. And not even just in terms of like goal scoring. He just moves around everywhere. His movement is amazing, but I still think I prefer Bellingham and Felix and yeah. But he's definitely better than Xavi. Yeah. Alright, Moise Kean. Probably the worst player I've seen play at a top club in a top league. Moise Kean. And fun fact, the worst professional footballer that I've seen is a guy named McNamara. He used to play for Houston Dynamo. Now he plays in New York City, I think. I don't know how he earned a move there, but he's the worst footballer I've ever seen. But going back to Moise Kean, he's the worst player I've seen at a top level, if you can even consider Juve at top level anymore. So I'm going to put him in meh, behind Dest. Yeah, ahead of Kai George because I barely see any of him. I don't even know if he's with the club. I think he was loaned out. All right, Cooluzzeski. He was... God, we got to move. This video is getting long. Cooluzzeski, he's good. He was great in Parma. He was Serie A Youngster of the Year. He was decent for us until he wasn't. And then he went to Spurs for a new change of air. And he's been killing it there. I think Cooluzzeski is better than... Not better than Anthony, so he can't be anywhere ahead of this. I'd rather have Julian Alvarez than I'd rather have Cooluzzeski. Cooluzzeski is better than Xavi, yes. Again, a little bit of an age gap here. Gavi's like 17, Cooluzzeski's 22, 23. So yeah, Cooluzzeski belongs right here. Ooh, okay. Rafael Leao, this one's a very tough one because he never gets rated outside of Serie A, outside of Italy, outside of Milan. Serie A player of the year, player of the season. Is he a world-class talent? I think so. I think he's going to be one of the lowest world-class talents, but a world-class talent nonetheless. Yeah, he definitely deserves a lot more credit than he receives now. All right, Musiala. This is tough because I don't watch a lot of Bundesliga. We're going to put him in good, but he's behind Bellingham. Julian Alvarez is better than Musiala. Cooluzzeski is better than Musiala. Musiala or Xavi? I think I'm going to put him behind. I don't know, because Musiala's got a little bit of international merit. He's been killing it for his nation too. I think I'm gonna put him like that. Yeah, like that seems good for now. Maybe I'll move around things in a little bit. All right, Hudson-Odoi. I hardly hear anything. What happened to Chelsea youngsters, man? I'm gonna put him in average. No, he's definitely better than Miretti. Fuck. Miretti, come on, you gotta step it up, bro. Everybody's beating you. I'm gonna put him right there. I'd rather have Eddie Garcia and Scamacca than fucking Hudson-Odoi. All right, Pedri. This is one of the big ones. World-class talent, possibly. Better than Rafael Leao? Yeah. I don't think Pedri could ever win a whole top 5 leagues player of the season. I'm going to put him right here. Matter of fact, I think Rafael Leao is better than Tchouameni. There you go. Am I overrating Rafael Leao? Maybe. Alright, Pepe's next. I'm only adding this guy because he was really good in this side of the world for Dallas. And now he's doing... I don't know how he's been doing for USA, but he's a pretty mad player. I'm going to put him right here. Moise Kean is definitely better than him. At the end of the... Or maybe not. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. This is one of those players that I don't have a lot to say about. I don't even know why I added him here. Who's this? Raspadori? He's good. He's good. Better than Miretti. Better than Eric Garcia. Better than Scamacca? Scamacca or Raspadori? I'm going to put him above. Nah, below. Okay. Oh, fuck. I just realized I got to settle the Reese James and... I believe Reese James is obviously the more complete player. And he is really good. I'm going to put him ahead of Declan Rice. He's great, but this is the thing. I think TAA has already accomplished a lot more to put him above Reese James. Defensively, he might be dog shit, but it's 2022. Being great defensively isn't like a necessity to a fullback nowadays. You gotta admit it. Yeah, I'm not saying it's completely fucking useless. We've seen that in the Champions League final or in any other games that Liverpool struggle defensively. But TAA, you can't ignore his merits and the great things he's accomplished so far. I think they're the same age as well, so it's fitting. Reece James is great. He is more complete. And maybe a lot of players, maybe a lot of fans would rather have Reece James in their team rather than TAA. He's having a little bit of a downfall now. But as of the last few years, I mean, come on. TAA has got to be ahead. Even if it's just so slightly. Like, I almost have them right next to each other. There's only Koundé separating them and a whole tier, sure. But they're very close. They're very close. Yeah, no, like that seems great. Okay, Gio Reyna. Again, I don't watch a lot of Bundesliga. Gio Reyna seems okay. I still rather have Miretti though, so I'm going to put him in average. But the best average there is so far. Rodrigo. Rodrigo. Can I just go back to Rodrigo? That's a tough one. Saka is great. Fuck, a lot of these players are tough to rate. Saka, Fuck it. I'm not gonna be a pussy. Let's just rate Rodrigo. Let's get it out of the way. Is he a world-class talent? I think so. Is Rodrigo better than Pedri? Is Rodrigo better than Pedri? I think so. Nah, he's not. But he's better than TAA. No. God damn it. Okay, Rodrigo, I'm sorry. You're going all the way back there. I feel like I'm underrating you. That's just what I feel like. I'm sorry. Saka, you're next. Saka is good. I wish I had a great tier because he's great. But I still rather have Reese James than Saka. I think I'd even rather have Declan Rice and Foden. Yeah, right here seems good. Some of these I'm not even giving that much of a thought, so I'm sorry. But Saka, I would rather have Phil Foden than Saka. Or maybe not. God damn it. This is so tough. See, the more players that I add, the harder it gets. I would definitely rather have Saka than João Felix. Foden is a different discussion. I think I'd still rather have Saka. Yep. Alright, moving on. Sancho. Fucking hell. Ever since he moved to United, he's been doing shit, but now he's having a little bit of a redemption season, and he was great at Dortmund, so he's got to be in the good tier. Is he better than Anthony? Just because of his shit season last season, I'm going to put him below Anthony, but I feel like overall, he will be better. Like, he belongs here now, but eventually he'll go, like, higher up. Not like world-class talent anymore, because he's already 23, but somewhere along these lines right here. I don't know, maybe. But for now, he's above Julian Alvarez, but, you know, below Anthony. Tonali is good. Tonali's great. Better than Julian Alvarez, better than Cooluzzeski, better than Sancho, better than... Actually, you might belong right here in between them. Does that mean Bellingham? I feel like Bellingham's a weird one. Do I have him way too high? Or way too low? Like, I feel like this is not the place for him. I'll think about it later. But Tonali's here in between these two United youngsters. Trincao. Trincao is better than Miretti. Miretti is getting beat by everybody. I'm going to put Miretti a little bit... Nah, whatever. He's still too young. I'm going to put him right there. Trincao is better than Hudson-Odoi. Trincao is better than Eric Garcia. I think he's better than Ferran Torres. It depends, because they're very inconsistent. But Trincao... Ferran Torres has had better days than Trincao has. Like, at their best, Ferran Torres is better. Vinicius Jr. is a world-class talent. There's no way around that. He's above Ansu Fati. For sure, he's above Ansu Fati. A few years ago, it was more of a debate. He's above De Ligt. He is above Hakimi. He is above Donnarumma. Yep, pocket. Vinicius Jr. is the closest thing you can be to generational talent without exactly being there. The only thing I give him is that he's only had one amazing season. Because before that, he's been kind of iffy. But we got to remember, he's still very young. So we'll see what happens after that. All right, we got 3 more players. And all of them are pretty boring to rate. We got Vlahovich, who I really, really rate. He's good. He's good. He would be... Okay, he's good. He's above all these attackers. I'm going to put him in right here. Like above Kun. No, actually, maybe... Right here, maybe? This is the thing. If he was playing anywhere else, like if he was playing at a club where they fed him chances, he would be cooking a lot more. Like he'd be probably competing for top scorer of any top 5 league. Like put Vlahovic instead of Benzema. That's maybe a bad example because Benzema does a lot of the feeding himself. Put him instead of Lewandowski. He would cook so much under Barca. That's just an example. Take him out instead of Haaland. I'm not saying he belongs in the Haaland versus Vlahovic. Like that doesn't need to be a conversation. But I'm just saying, give him a team that gives him chances, and he would be a world-class talent. Like somewhere up here with the other world-class talents. Like he would definitely be better than Rafael Leao. But for now, because he plays for us and he doesn't get any chances and he just doesn't get the opportunity to prove himself, I'm gonna put him right here in good. One of the best goods. Wirtz, fucking hell, I have no idea. I have no idea where I would rate Wirtz. Just to get out of the way, I'm gonna put him somewhere where it kind of makes sense. But I don't watch a lot of Leverkusen. I'm gonna put him right off above Alphonso Davies, below Xavi, or maybe right here actually. Yeah, I think right there is good. And then Xavi Siemens. Apparently he's a great fucking youngster. Nobody ever sees him play other than whenever he gets a few minutes in the cup for PSG nowadays. I'm gonna put him in average. Yep, below Pulisic. Okay, I think I got the list. I'm not even gonna review it. I'm not even. I said I was gonna change things around, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm gonna keep it like this because I trust in my gut. This was my rating, trusting my gut without putting much of a thought into it. Yeah, I should probably take Greenwood out of there. It's disrespectful, but whatever. I can't do it anymore. So whatever. Yep, this was my rating every youngster. I think 55 youngsters that are 23 and under in the world of football. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you disagree with anything. And let me know in the comments below if I have a horrible ball knowledge. Again, if you want to participate in the giveaway and win that Cuadrado signed Juventus jersey, all you gotta do is subscribe to the channel and leave a little comment below. Remember to subscribe to the channel and like the video and do all that stuff. Good luck on the giveaway, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye and cheers.